YouTube, what is happening? We got another video for you today, and we're looking at the WE Knives Bullit. This is part of a pass around that I'm part of, and wanted to check this one out because of one in particular feature, which is this rolling ball pocket clip that's kind of on this track right here. I thought that was interesting and kind of a new, innovative thing. Does it work? You know, is it really necessary? So I thought, you know, it's cool to check it out, and it's a pass-around knife, so I didn't have to pay for it. We provides them. We pass around different YouTube channels, and we're done with them. We pass along to the next one, and it's a really good chance to check out a lot of different designs and models without having to fork out all the money for them. So it makes it really nice to provide content. And so I want to thank WE Knives for letting us look at these. So this is an Ulrich Hendrik design. Another famous design he did is the Task, or the T1, or the Kaiser, which is one of a really good EDC knife. And this is, I believe, his first collaboration with WE. I could be wrong. So let's go over the basic specs real quick. We have an overall length of 8.25, a blade of 3.5 of S35 VM. This is a hand rubbed satin, which is really nice. You have a hardness on that of 59 to 61. With a flat grind, like I said, hand rubbed satin finish. 4.75 is your handle length. Your handle width with the knife closed is 1.375 at the widest point. Thickness is 0.49, so it's pretty thin. And it weighs 4.65 ounces. This is the blue stonewashed titanium version. It comes in quite a few color combinations, as is typical with WE. So like I said, the big thing about this is this pocket clip. It has this rolling ball, and it's designed to basically not destroy your pants, essentially, because what happens with a lot of, and these are just my, you know, demonstration ones, but it rolls on with that ball. It really does roll on and off the knife the pants very easily. This one is not a deep carry. You have quite a bit sticking up here, but it does come on and off, but it has really good retention. So it has a nice gap, which it should, and then this ball just kind of rolls along. Now, do you have to have that track for it to work? I don't think so, but it could wear on the titanium if you didn't. So will we see that clip design on other knives from WE or from, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that we will or not. So this one comes in about 240 bucks, which isn't bad for S35 and the titanium, and the WE fit and finish is top notch as usual. The flipping action is fantastic. It's a very smooth knife. Ergonomically, the handle is ergonomic. It has some nice lines there, the kind of nice generous choil up here. But yeah, it kind of forces your hand in there, but it works well. It's comfortable. It's a pretty good sized knife, 4.75 inches in the handle. I got quite a bit of knife left over there. You have some good jimping up here on the thumb ramp here. Not thumb ramp, but the spine of the blade. That hand rub satin is really actually quite pretty. It's a really nice blade finish. So drop points-ish style blade, kind of a different blade shape. Honestly, like aesthetically, this knife does not really appeal to me much at all. But I was really curious about this little roller ball thing, and it does work really well, and it's a cool idea. Other than that, like the knife is well made, of course. It has a great detent, great flipping action, solid as can be, as typical with WE. Perfect centering, no blade play. I mean, fit and finish wise, WE's can pretty hard to beat. Maybe Riot is a little bit higher, and I don't know, pretty similar. Let's compare some sizes here. Give you an idea of the size. This is the WE Wisp, one of my favorite EDC knives. So you can see it's quite a bit bigger than the Wisp. My other favorite WE is the Rectifier. Actually, this is my favorite WE. Also a smaller knife. Let's do the Kaiser Basalt, which is a spot in my EDC rotation. I really dig that knife. It's still bigger than the Basalt and the Parath Military 3, or Para 3. I always do that. It's just the Para 3. So these are all smaller knives than the Bullit. You can see it's a pretty good size folder. So, other thoughts on this guy? It does have the stainless steel lockwear insert. All titanium hardware, which is standard kind of for WE. All anodized blue, so it goes really well. You still have your WE pivot, but everything is Torx, which is great. They've gone away from their proprietary hardware, which is smart. I don't know why they ever did that in the first place, but they listen to their customers. One thing I really like about WE is they take videos like this, and they take videos that other knife YouTube channels do and other reviews, and they just really listen and apply the things that they that we recommend to them, to their knives, and I think that's why they're one of the best companies out there for folding knives right now, because they listen to their customers. They, you know, a lot of times companies won't do that. Spider coat. You know, they just kind of think they know better, and which, you know, they do. They're knife manufacturers, but ultimately we're the consumers and we're the ones that are buying it. Knives are a very particular market. They're for a, you know, knife lovers that buy these expensive knives. It's a small market. It's a, you know, knife enthusiast market, and it's not like your everyday working man. They're gonna, you know, pick up some cheap Kershaw or something. This is, you know, not everyone's gonna drop $252 on a knife. So I like that they listen. A lot of companies don't, and I think that kind of hurts them a little bit. So got companies like Kaiser, like they tend to really listen to customer feedback. So it's good on them. Like I said, the aesthetics of this knife are really not for me. There's not really anything that I like as far as the way it looks. It just kind of looks weird to me. It just has a weird design and shape. But that does not take away, that's just a personal preference. That does not take away from how well built it is, how well it flips, and some people might love the design, you know. It's definitely different. There's nothing out there that reminds me of this knife. And that's hard to say these days. There's always some kind of knife that kind of resembles another. This one has such a unique blade profile, or it kind of swoops down like that. It does really flow well with the handle design. I mean, it's got a nice curvature all along the blade, all along the handle. So I see where the design was going. And these grooves in the titanium, you don't need them on this side because there's no pocket clip, right? But you could have gone sterile on this side and then just done them on this side. That would have been fine. But they decided to match it on both sides, so that's fine. You know, also it works well with the design. So overall, the Bullit is a cool, innovative, you know, different pocket clip design, kind of like the Beg ceramic ball-ish, but it has a roller instead on that track. So it's a little different. I would be curious to see it in another model, to see if they ever bring it back out again, or if that's just a one-time show on that one. But it's gonna wrap up my impressions and thoughts on the WE Knifes Bullit. Definitely well made. You know, if you like the design and it's aesthetically pleasing to you, I would definitely grab one for the price. They're very well made knives. For me, it's just not something I would carry and use, but that's okay. You know, we all have different preferences. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.